By the way, this is Disney, so these guys do not count. Okay, so the original vintage 2D animation Disney films were fairly, if not really funny. The Emperor's New Groove, Lilo and Stitch, and The Jungle Book had well-written comedy, and even Aladdin was funny, but mainly because Robin Williams made 95% of the jokes, so that doesn't really count. However, as Disney developed into the late 2000s and switched to CGI animation, their humour changed, sadly for the worse. Let's find out how, today on The Scarlet Show! Culture references. Your age range is for like children aged 6 to 14 and those children's parents. Why are you making references that children are too young to understand and parents are too old to understand? Your target audience not finding your comedy animations funny is defeating the whole point. Oh, it's funny because he's saying stuff you don't want him to say. Oh, he's saying shops and websites that all the 7-year-olds have definitely heard of. Not only did Ralph Breaks the Internet have
barely any Felix in it, and he's the best character,
they added loads of social media references to be down with the kids and try and make everyone forget
how unoriginal and bad the plot is. I'm sorry, Felix, I let you down.
Imagine the Jungle Book spewing out references from the 60s, or Snow White making 1930s film references. It wouldn't work, because nobody nowadays would understand them. Before, Disney had the courtesy to make their humour timeless, but nowadays, they're resorting to fill their films with pop culture references. In 30 years, no one will get it. Incongruity humour. The hyperbole of slapstick in 2D animation was the main gag reel of jokes. It was used in nearly every early Disney film, and it was something universal audiences could understand and find funny. But it couldn't be animated in CGI because more realistic rules applied, so they had to change their main form of comedy. They decided to swap slapstick in the form of this. This is incongruity humour. That and pop references were swapped with slapstick when the CGI animation reign over Disney arrived. Incongruity humour is comedy from something that you didn't expect. You didn't expect Chicken Little from the 2005 Disney CGI animation trailer to be that amazing at dancing, and he's really, really good at dancing. He's a chicken, and he's also out of character because Chicken Little is a wimp. So, why isn't incongruity that funny? Incongruity humour can be funny if used occasionally and sparingly, but if it's the sole laugh maker for your so-called comedy films, then it's going to become tiring and distracting from the plot. This critique for Ralph Breaks the Internet says it all. It doesn't make you laugh out loud because it doesn't add anything to the film. It doesn't thicken the plot or incite us about the character because it's not realistic to the character's personality. Slapstick can help express emotions like anger or sadness while simultaneously bringing humour. Incongruity is just random. It's still funny, but it's basically too random to be as funny as slapstick. Comedies like Dumb and Dumber and nearly all Jim Carrey films rely merely on frequent slapstick jokes. But you couldn't make a Dumb and Dumber film with incongruity as the main source of comedy because it wouldn't make any sense whatsoever. There would be no context. There is also another type of humour Disney uses. It really grinds my gears. Throwing stuff in. Sometimes Disney is so lazy that they just throw stuff in there. An example of this is in The Lion King, where they try and add extra jokes to make it more original, even though it's very far from original.
Here is a motto. What's the motto? Nothing. What's the motto with you?
I'm dying funny.
I thought of changing my name.
To what, Brad? Brad. Who even is Brad? I don't even know what the punchline is. XD, so funny. I find it hard to believe that a billionaire company with thousands of employees couldn't even write something better than that. Okay, here's a side note before I go. Turns out Frozen 2 is considered a comedy. You what, mate? What? I thought Frozen 2 was meant to be really dramatic and serious, but I guess not. Well, it's so funny because she's gonna drown and she's just gonna get hypothermia and they're gonna get crushed and die. Funny! You can't just stick Olaf in it and they'd be like, "Oh, it's a comedy now." I'm sorry. I do love Disney really, but I don't find a few of their films that funny. Thank you so much for watching this video. It probably took about 8 hours to edit, so please subscribe. Every time I see one subscriber, it makes my day. So, yeah. My last video did really well. Lots of people hated it, but I don't really mind. Thank you for watching it. I just hope this one doesn't flop because it took ages. Okay, bye. Thank you.
La 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 la.